time in the history of the OH.Report and North Central Ohio, you get to see live and free softball. It's the 29th annual Wendy's Spring Classic, and it's coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, whatever smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Nervous?
Oh, Blaze. Brings back so many good memories.
Remember our road trip in '97?
Our first real heart-to-heart.
I've never seen any of your movies!
Not even the ones we were together!
Hey, do you remember when that stalker kidnapped us?
Yes!
Blaze was there.
Blaze. Do you have barbecue or cheddar jalapeno?
Ooh. Oh, remember when we stumbled into that turf war? Remember when you bought your first house?
Hi! I'm Seth!
Those were good times.
They were golden.
You ready? Seth, do you?
I do.
And Janet, do you?
That's a yes.
I love this lady! Best day of my life!
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
We welcome you inside the Frito-Lay pregame here at Brookside Park in Ashland, Ohio. Beautiful day for softball. First ever softball live stream. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski. A monumental day for us here at the
This is historic, Travis, and such a prestigious event for us into the softball live stream. So a lot of excitement all the way around, and I think that everybody will agree that just having this sunshine out here, no rain in the forecast tonight or for the next couple of days, is going to make this an even more glorious event. So it's all coming together perfectly, and I think that we're in line for an excellent first game here tonight, leading into an awesome weekend.
Yeah, and it's between two teams that are familiar to this Wendy's tournament. Elyria, the Pioneers, Division I squad, their 17th appearance, taking on the Loudonville Redbirds from right down the road. This is their 25th appearance, and two younger squads will be going off together today.
But both very talented younger squads, and you look at Loudonville's got everybody returning from a season ago. So even though it's girls that are, you know, they definitely have some freshmen in the lineup, but some sophomores and some juniors that have played a lot of softball, And then on the other side for Elyria, it's another team. You know, they welcome back, I think, 7 returning starters on the team. So both of these squads should have a good allotment collection of talent individually at the plate and then in the field. Loudonville so far off to a little bit better start than Elyria, but weather has been putting a damper on just about everybody's early portion of the schedule. Very little time to get some continuity going when you're practicing inside of the gym and when games are getting canceled one by one. I looked at the Twitter feeds for basically all the programs that are playing here this weekend, and just about all of them have not been able to get onto the field of play for this last week due to Mother Nature putting a little wrench in things.
Yeah, and one of the rules here at the Wendy's Classic is they do a coin toss to see who's the home team right before we start, and that home team today will be the Loudonville Redbirds, so Elyria will get things started. We do have some changes because of the weather yesterday, because of the rain. The Mansfield Madison Lady Rams were supposed to kick things off against Triway, but because of the rain out, they had some conference rules where they have to play their conference game today. That will be live and free on the OH.Report tomorrow at noon. So these two teams, they got moved from one of the side fields to the main field, and they get to kick off our coverage here today as Elyria will get things going.
Yeah, what a cool upgrade, if you will, for them. We're supposed to play over at Brookside West, which in its own right, of course, you know, great facilities over there. But with all the soggy conditions, actually, they've had to, you know, mix and match. Girls playing all over around Ashland today. There's some games over at Hillsdale High School. Other games have been moved outside of Brookside West, so to get an opportunity to play here on the main field where, you know, it's a little soggy out and left, but outside of that, with the sunshine coming through the area today, pretty excellent conditions. The infield fantastically groomed out here, Travis, so I think that the field will not be a problem for anybody here this weekend.
And the pitcher to start things off today, Natalie Buzzard from Loudonville. She is a sophomore. She's led her team to 3-0. They've had 2 games that are suspended right now, one of them being against Danville, a game that is 4-4. And Danville, they're one of those teams that always seem to make the Division IV regional or state tournaments, so they played a tough one against them, tied 4-4, and then the game against Centerburg might not be able to make that up, so it might be a loss. But right now this team 3-0. Like we said, they're bringing everybody back, so they're starting off well, and if they can get a couple wins in this tournament, it could really boost them throughout the rest of the season.
And I believe that Danville game just played last night, if I'm not mistaken, so they were out there a little bit in the element. So to get a kind of a crash course that way against a quality team heading into this one right here, probably a good start. Get them ready. First pitch, solid one.
Right down the pipe, swing and a miss, and we are underway here on the Simonson's Construction Services scoreboard. No balls, 1 strike. Buzzard back to pitch again. Swing and a miss. Quickly ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, quick start for her, and you see quickly the first couple of pitches coming in, taking her time a little bit right here. See if she goes for the punch out.
0-2 pitch, just outside, fouled off, and Gonzalez stays alive at 0-2. Great day for softball. Like we said, after some bad weather the last couple of weeks, it's about 55 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, at least ahead of us, and should be a great day to kick off this softball tournament. 0-2 counts. Got her looking. First strikeout of the day, first out of the day for Buzzard. Just caught the inside corner.
Sick pitch inside right there for the sophomore to get the punch out. Bringing up Maya St. Peters here, the number 2 batter for Elyria.
4 pitches, 4 strikes so far. Make that 5. A great start by Buzzard.
Always a pitcher's best friend when you can get ahead in the count. That's what she's been able to do so far here through 2 batters.
0-1 pitch. Popped up, but that's going to get out. And it'll bring it to 0-2. And once again, Buzzard in control here in this at-bat. 2 more strikes. her 6th straight to start the game.
Doing a nice job of picking her spots, moving it around as well. Pitches inside, outside, up, down. So she's got good feel and nice control here early on in this one.
Gets a new ball. That one retrieved by the fans outside here. Starting to fill in here at Brookside Park. 0-2 pitch. Off speed, pops it up, and that's going to be brought in by the first baseman.
Yeah, that's Brooke Christine, the girl that they know they can rely on. Girl who's been playing here for a long time. 4-year starter. If you don't include that sophomore year where, of course, it was lost for everybody, but was anticipated to probably be one of the leaders on that team a couple seasons ago.
So 2 up and 2 down for Loudonville, and there's our first ball of the game in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes for Howard, the senior shortstop. One of the better hitters for this Elyria squad. 1-0 count, fouled off. Evens things up at 1-1.
Yeah, good sign for her, getting a piece of it. Always what you're trying to do when you're a hitter, just get a feel for hitting that softball.
1-1 pitch, inside, ball 2.
I like that decision there by Buzzard. Probably going to be one of the best in the area when the season's all said and done. Sometimes you got to challenge girls, see if they'll go after some things outside of the strike zone.
Nice hold there by Howard, but yeah, she uses the whole strike zone as well. We've seen already early on she's gone outside, inside, up and down, so she will mix things up in this game. The 3-1 pitch, it's in there, strike 2, full count. First full count of the game now.
Clutch pitch right there. This is a good at bat all the way around. Nice battle going back and forth. Howard's been able to showcase some discipline so far.
Full count pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's how the top of the first will end. 2 strikeouts for Buzzard. We played a half inning, no score.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Half inning in the books here to start off the 29th Wendy Spring Classic. No score, a perfect 1-2-3 inning by Buzzard. Started off with 6 straight strikes to get 2 outs, then worked the count full before getting a strikeout. She's got 2 on the day, and now it's time for the pitcher from Elyria. Tackett, Peyton Tackett, first pitch, that's a strike. Olivia Fenton, the center fielder, will start things off for the Lady Birds in the home half of the first. 0-1 pitch. Short grounder to the first. Can she get to the bag? She got the tag. 1 away. Nice play there by the first baseman to get the quick tag on right before.
Yeah, that was Hannah Smalley showcasing a little bit of athleticism there, and that's tough sometimes on these smaller fields to come in. If you're the fielder and you got to make the play, sprint over there for the tag out. That's big time right there.
First pitch pop-up. Sun might be playing an issue, but able to get the ball there was Howard. Last second makes the catch, and that's something these early afternoon games that you'll be seeing is if it's a high pop-up, that Sun may play a factor. They were able to get the out that time. Quick 2 outs here on 3 pitches.
Still looking for our first hit here of the evening, both sides.
First pitch to Peyton Van Sickle, taken high for a ball. the battery mate of Buzzard. 1-0 pitch. Ripped in the left. Right at our cameraman. Does it have the distance? No, but it drops in right in front of the base of the wall for a double. And there is our first hit of the game. Van Sickle going deep. Almost took Hayden out there in left center field.
Yeah, nice drive into the gap right at our camera guy, as you mentioned. And setting the stage here now, so 2 down. Got to be disciplined at the plate.
Brooke Christine, the first baseman for Loudonville. First chance with the duck on the pond. Catches the corner, strike one. This is a position you don't want to be in early if you're Peyton Tackett, the junior. First inning, already have a runner in scoring position. Want to try and work out of it. You do have 2 outs, though, so a little bit to work with, but you have to think a single will score this one for Loudonville.
Yeah, and certainly if you're Coach Serena Fenton, this is the girl that you want at the dish right now. As mentioned, she's kind of the leader of the squad, batting .462 so far on the season. And high pitch should advance the runner. Good throw, though.
Got in there, though. So the pass ball advances Van Sickle to third. And now just a little bit more pressure on Tackett. Those breakaway bases. One of the better additions we've seen in baseball and softball over the last few years because, you know, you go in hard slide without those, you're going to mess an ankle up. So now you'll see this a lot probably this weekend. Base will pop off. It'll take a little bit of a break to get it back, but that's just for safety issues to keep people's ankles in one piece. 2-1 count. Popped out of play, 2-2.
That one was just a little bit inside. Christine probably had a ball if she would have let that one go, but she's got an offensive mindset out there at the plate, and as well as she's been seeing things, really can't blame her.
And with Tackett, that was an off-speed pitch, so that thing seems to just float in front of you, unable to hold off. 2-2 pitch. Down the line, is it still fair? No, it's going to go foul into the parking lot. But McClure, or Christine, correction, she really sat on that once again, the off-speed, and nearly kept it fair.
Good back and forth going right now between Tackett and the senior Brooke.
Can the junior get out of it? 2-2 pitch. Again, down the line. Is this going to be fair? No, it's foul again.
And the wind pushing just a little bit in that direction too, Travis. So just a bit of aid helping that ball float out of play.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. So great job here by the senior to work this count. Again, we'll have a 2-2 count. The junior delivers low, full count.
Nice patience that time by Brooke to take that one. Wasn't her pitch. She's sort of been looking now for the inside pitch. So you appreciate Tackett, the ability as well to place that one in an opposite direction.
Swing and a miss. Got her close up. Strikes her out. Leaves the runner on third. And we remain scoreless here after one. Elyria, their second at bat coming up.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Chloe Troutman leading off the top of the second here for Elyria. 1 pitch already taken for a strike. 0-1 count for Buzzard. Lined in the right field, but right at the right fielder for the out. That's Klein, 1 away.
Excellent job of inside-out hitting that time. Just better fielding. Hit right into the direction of the right fielder, as you mentioned, so not a very challenging play. Maybe only had to move a few steps.
Morgan Palos now up 2 for 11 this season, batting 182. And swinging on the first pitch. That's going to get out of play. Strike 1.
Palos on the season, just a couple of hits so far, 11 at-bats officially.
13 pitches in that first inning for Buzzard, 10 strikes. So she's got her control going here early on. And if you add in the second inning, it's 13 strikes on 16 pitches. That one taken high for a ball. Palos, no walks on the season, 3 strikeouts. Both of those hits, like you said, 2 singles. 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play again. 1-2, and she's just a bit behind on those fastballs, but able to at least get a piece of it.
Buzzard's done a nice job so far directing her pitches into the right placements. Hasn't left any, whoppers, any matzo balls hanging out over that plate that one of these girls can really take a good wallop at.
I have to ask John Davis if he's going to have some matzo balls or meatballs up here this weekend for some food. 1-2 pitch, lined up the middle, base hit.
Yeah, good piece of hitting that time by Morgan. Able to get Elyria, their first base runner. And that's all it takes sometimes. If you can get some ducks on the pond early, usually can lead to a big inning.
Aaliyah Alberto now up to bat. They nicknamed her PETA. She has 2 hits and 11 at-bats this season.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool nickname. My wife and I actually were talking about that one. She was just a one-word name, according to the coach in the scorebook, just PETA. So usually that comes with a certain type of mentality to be a one-name type of lady. So that's what we got here with Aaliyah, a.k.a. PETA.
Swing and a miss. Throw down to first, not in time. Have a 1-1 count here. 1 away. Top of the second. And yes, you're watching softball live and free on the OH.Report. Got to say, I'm a big baseball, softball fan. Everybody knows that, so I was grinning ear to ear when Brian said we were going to do this. I think I was the only one, though.
I think we're all actually pretty excited. Just a certain amount of nervousness, as that's a great-looking throw on the money.
Got her.
Great-looking catch, too, by Morgan McClure. Just overall awesome teamwork right there.
And you saw the shortstop there. McClure get in. It was a running play. It was perfectly executed. She was able to catch it on the run, get the tag down, and that erases the batter off the path. 2-1 pitch down to third over the first. And just like that, Loudonville out of the inning. 1 hit, no errors, no one left on. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Both teams with a hit here after 1.5 innings. Still scoreless, though, as we approach the bottom of the second. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski. 5, 6, 7 batters, McClure, Layton, and Buzzard. Morgan McClure will start things off here against Peyton Tackett. Loudonville was able to get a runner to third with 2 out, but a big strikeout of the senior Chris Stein got Tackett out of the inning. First pitch, swing and a miss, off speed. That's how she'll start the second. Almost said second quarter. All the basketball we've done.
Spring season is officially here, Travis. It's time to get into that inning mode, my friend.
It's great weather, too. Fouls off the second pitch. She's behind 0-2.
Been a bit of an up and down season at the plate so far for Morgan. Hasn't K'd, though, on the year yet. So typically she stays in there even when she falls behind.
She flies this one down the left field and over the head. Misplayed by Palos, and she's going to get in with a double. So maybe the sun and maybe a bit of the wind had to play with that, but looked like Palos had it locked down, but then it just carried over her head, and that's going to be a double.
It definitely started tailing back towards the field of play. It looked from our vantage point, Travis, like it was going to head down the line, out of play. However, stiff breeze came through. I saw the American flag blowing significantly to right field here, as that one's
what a catch!
Gotta be caught, so she makes up for it.
Web gem by Palos for the first out. You take a look at the Mohican Adventures replay. So one down, and the pitcher, Natalie Buzzard, looking to pick herself up. That's a strike on the inside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. Inside again on the hands. Ground ball to second on the first. Throws it away, and the run's going to score. Loudonville strikes first on the throwing error. It's 1-0.
Heads up base running by McClure that time. Gets by the first baseman. She didn't hesitate. Instantly took off. No play at the plate, as you see on the Mohican Adventures replay in there for the first score of the tourney.
Little history, the first score of our first ever live stream. Can be saying that a lot. Just because it's
well, a lot of
so
firsts
cool.
are coming
It's so
this
cool. A lot of firsts. 1-0 Loudonville. Maddie Klein coming up to the bat. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Buzzard just able to get back. It'll be 0-1. Actually, we have a pinch runner, courtesy runner for anytime a pitcher or catcher gets on base, you can have a courtesy runner without taking that person, either person, out of the lineup. So you'll be seeing that a lot here this weekend. Alicia Felix in to run for Buzzard.
Yeah, a lot of coaches take advantage of that rule. I think it's an excellent one. Of course, there's a lot on the shoulders for both your pitcher and the catcher, and you know, the gear, of course, too, that goes with playing the position of catcher. So, yeah, I think it's a good rule, and a lot of coaches really know how to utilize it to get some of their speedsters out on the base pass as well.
That 2-1 pitch taken for a ball evens things up, 2-2. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Loudonville on the board first, 1-0. Fly ball, short center. Can she get to it? Through the hands. That's going to be a single. We'll have to see. That's going to be a tough one. We'll see if it's ruled a hit or an error. She did. I mean, she should have caught that, so it's probably going to be an error in the center fielder.
Yeah, I think that's what some of the conversation is that's going next to us. So it is going to go down as an error, as Jada Gonzalez, the senior, typically pretty solid in the outfield that time, just misplayed it.
First pitch to Cutlip, taken for a strike. 2 errors here in the inning by Elyria.
This is a big spot here for the junior at the dish. Of course, a couple ducks on the pond. you already got the advantage. But when you can start hanging those crooked numbers out there in the scoreboard, and I think especially early on, that's when it can go a long way to getting you in the W column.
And in talking with pitchers, they love getting that early lead. It allows them to switch things up. That's swung and missed for strike 3, so a big second out by Tackett as we get back to the top of the order and Fenton. But talking with some pitchers after games, especially when they got early leads, it just seems to calm them down as well. So you love to get an early lead like this.
That's why you got to throw a lot of credit in the way of Peyton Tackett. I think that's just her fifth strikeout so far of the season. So she's a girl, usually relies on her defense to get the outs. Big punch out, though, on that last at-bat.
And you are correct. That was only her 5th strikeout of the year, coming in, giving up 42 hits, 17 extra base hits.
Whew.
But it's early on. We'll see. Once, these teams get games that aren't getting canceled and everything, can they get into a groove and, just continue to get better as the season goes on as that ball is fouled off? Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's what Megan Bayshak, their coach now for the second season, said. They play in an excellent conference. They're getting tested all the time. So to play against competition also here in the Wendy's before you really start diving into the meat of your league play, it just gets you prepared for the tournament. And it's a debate that I have all the time. Like, do you want to have, the conference championships and then go out early in tournament? Or do you want to be, battle-tested, maybe a few L's out there, and then have a nice deep run?
Fly ball again to short center. This time it's going to be corralled for out number 3, but Loudonville strikes first. 1 run on 1 hit with 2 errors. We played 2 here in Ashland. 1-0 Redbirds.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
First pitch of inning number 3, taken for a ball by Serena Randall, the designated player. Underway here, Loudonville with the lead. Fly ball left field, and it's taken in by Klein. We got 1 away. 7 up, 7 down so far here for Natalie Buzzard.
And a nice piece of fielding right there. Klein, excellent position, playing a little bit shorter. Came in, handled that one, no problem.
Hannah Smalley now up. The first baseman takes ball 1. Loudonville able to take advantage of a couple Elyria errors there in the second to take the 1-0 lead. 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0.
Trying to challenge the batter a little bit right here, and Smalley not chasing on those first couple of deliveries.
2-0 pitch. Right down the pipe. Strike 1. Elyria coming in 0-4 so far this season. This is their 17th appearance in the Wendy's Spring Classic. They're 21-19. The 2017 Division I state champions. Just taken inside for ball 3, 3-1.
And I watched the video clip of the game-winning runs in the bottom of the 7th inning for that state championship. Boy, there was, I think, almost 400,000 views on the clip on Cleveland.com. If you get a chance, you know, that's worth a little rabbit hole dive. And an obstruction call, Travis. Girl got thrown out at the plate against Lebanon, a 4-3 victory. 2 scores come across. Well, one never really did, but the obstruction call is why they got the title.
Curveball taken for strike 2, and she gets the strikeout. 8 in a row now for Buzzard, and that victory was against number 1 Lebanon, 30-2 coming into that game.
And what a sour taste that has to leave in your mouth if you're a Lebanon fan or one of those players. It's a beautiful play throw. The catcher's right there on the money, but by the letter of the law, I agree. It is an obstruction call. And, you know, the thrills of victory, the agony of defeat, just all on perfect display in that one.
Buzzard gets a strike on the outside corner, swinging by the other pitcher, Tackett. 0-1, 2 away here in the 3rd inning. That's going to be fouled back and off the roof right above us. Once again, Buzzard ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
Peyton didn't have like a real strong, confident looking stroke on that last one. I think it was a nice off-speed pitch.
0-2 pitch inside. Nice take there by Tackett. Usually when you're ahead 0-2, that's when you can get a little, you know, creative, maybe try and get them to chase inside or outside. Doesn't hurt that much on the count when you're ahead like that. You could even do it again here with the 1-2 count. We'll see what she does. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 up, 9 down for Buzzard. Loudonville leading after 2.5, 1-0.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Two, 3, 4 hitters leading off the bottom of the 3rd for Loudonville. As Karina Burgess takes strike 1. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski. Here on a beautiful day in Ashland. That's fouled off.
Good looking swing that time by Karina.
No balls, 2 strikes the count. Got her looking. Just caught the outside corner.
Yeah, sick placement that time by Peyton. Right where the ball needed to be delivered in the perfect spot.
I want to invite you to slide on into our fan zone. Hashtag fan zone on Twitter or comment on this stream and we'll get you into our fan zone. We'll try and get some comments on here as we go along, get our flow going here on this first ever softball broadcast.
Yeah,
on
what's
the
up,
OH.Report.
everybody out there watching in Facebook and YouTube land? How about live and free softball right here on the OH.Report 29th annual Wendy's Classic? And it's an invitational too, folks. If you're just tuning in, not really 100% in the know about what this tournament is all about, boy, you got to be one of the best in the state. At least in, what, the regionals last year?
So actually, before COVID, they had teams from around the country come into this. As fly ball, short, just over second base for a base hit. Van Sickle, her second hit of the game with 1 out here in the 3rd. But before COVID, they had teams from around mostly around the country as well, but you're either in a state championship game recently, you've made a regional, you've won your conference, or if you're from outside the state, you're in the Fab 50, so the top 50 in the nation. So some really good softball teams have been playing, especially from out of the state. Now this year in the state, we had 3 state champions from last year, a couple state finalists, some state semifinalists, regional teams as well. Only a couple that haven't, and those are teams from right here in Ashland County that get the automatic bid, like Loudonville. Ashland will be here. We'll get Hillsdale as well, a state champion a couple years ago. Madison, who went to a regional. So a lot of great talent shown off here. And it's not just a D1 versus D1 school you're seeing out here today. It's D1 versus D4. So some of these schools get a chance to play some of the best teams in other divisions to just get yourself better for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And even if you're playing, one of the smaller teams, you're playing one of the better teams. So, talent is talent. I think it seeps across all of the divisions as that one
off the wall, just over the reached out glove, and that's going to be a double. Nearly cleared the fence, but it drops in, and the senior, after striking out in the first, gets a double off the wall. Second and third, 1 out. For Loudonville.
You see why Brooke was the conference player of the year a season ago as a junior, where she batted over 400, almost 40 ribbies too. Nearly landed her one right there.
That ball fouled off by McClure. She doubled to lead off the second inning and would come in and score Loudonville's lone run thus far. Another foul. Rise ball looked like it was coming right at us in the press box here right behind home plate, but the crazy things that softball pitchers can do with the ball. You get your curveball, slider, knuckleball for baseball, but you get your screwball, off speed, you have risers, sinkers. It's crazy the physics you can do with a softball pitch. That's hitting the foul territory and just over the fence. First strike, too.
Yeah, typically when you cover a high school baseball game, you'll ask a pitcher, well, what were you working with today? Oftentimes it's 3 pitches. Usually they'll have about 3 in their arsenal. Some of them will have 4. Others, kind of will just utilize a couple of pitches. But softball, boy, I've talked to some pitchers in the past, Travis, where they're naming their own junk. They've got different methods and ways that they put their fingers on the ball and how they release it. So you're right. I think that there are more opportunities to be effective with some awkward spins and turns and twists on the ball when you're playing the game of softball.
0-2 pitch in the left field. Going to be caught, tagging up and scoring.
Will be the Birds.
Is Van Sickle, and it's 2-0 on the sac fly by McClure.
So both runs tonight so far on the Simonson Construction scoreboard belonging to the Redbirds. Playing, you could say they're one of the host teams here, right?
Yeah, they're right down the road. About a 15, 20-minute drive. Ball just outside, maybe a bit low for Layton. For Goldie, she flew out to left field last inning. 1-0 count, this time inside. Christine stands on third with 2 out, looking to get another insurance run for Buzzard. And that's off the third baseman's glove, a hit. And Layton comes through with 2 out.
Yeah, that one was just drilled right down the third base line. Would have been a really tough play. So that'll go down as an RBI hit, bringing Christine across the plate.
They don't call it the hot corner for nothing. Buzzard, fly ball left field, taken in. And that's how the third will end. But Loudonville gets 2 more runs. They lead 3-0.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos, down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Top of the fourth here from Brookside Park, 3-0. Loudonville leading. Elyria's second time through the lineup. Gonzalez takes ball one. Pretty good game thus far for Natalie Buzzard. 9 up, 9 down.
Yeah, she's got a gem going right now. Nobody has been on base just yet.
That ball fouled in front of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1.
It's always fun to see a pitcher that's just in total control. Got the full arsenal of her pitches going right now and moving inside, outside, up, down. As that one, she forces a chase outside of the strike zone from Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was a nice rise ball there. Gets over the bat of Gonzalez. 1-2 pitch. A little bit of a late release. Evens the count at 2-2. We see a lot of comments already on our Facebook feed.
What are the people saying, Travis?
Well, after this play, just beats it out. Nice job there by the third baseman, Layton, for the 5-3 put out. Tracy Burgess, go Birds. Mark Palos, let's go Pioneers. Jason Artrip, go Birds. Kathy Buzzard, love that you're doing this with a heart emoji. Thanks so much. And Rick Brindley, hashtag FanZone, watching the Redbirds on the 29th Wendy's Softball Classic on the OH.Report from North Miami, Florida, watching our girl Maddie Klein.
Awesome. I always love when people can kind of dangle their feet in the sand, be out there nowhere near the great state of Ohio, but still taking in the action. That's what we live for out here, bringing you these contests live and free.
Ball fouled off, so it'll be an 0-2 count now for Buzzard. Here in the fourth. Got her looking. Buzzard is on her game today.
And that's just the second strikeout of the season for Maya St. Peter. Typically plays for contact. Leading RBI specialist for the squad.
Jayla Howard now up to the plate. 3 of 14 on the year. She does have a double and an RBI, so she has that ability to get a big hit. Curveball in the outside corner. Taken for a strike.
That one came clear across the plate. Tricky pitch that time by Buzzard.
1-1, fouled off. So Buzzard a chance to get her 6th strikeout of the game here and get out of the inning. One-two pitch. Reached for, and that's going to be an infield hit. Tough way to get your first hit, but hey.
Yeah, that was kind of an in-between play that time for Christine. I see she's kind of giggling to herself that she didn't fully commit. She was about 50-50 on it. See, she had to make the decision pretty quickly. Do I stand over here and do I control first and allow my second baseman to try to make a play, or do I sprawl out, try to reel it in myself and couldn't really commit either way. Sometimes those are just too bang-bang in softball to make a decision.
So the first base runner in 12 at-bats. Ball gets away, thrown down to second. She gets in there, so Howard down to scoring position with 2 away. Troutman up the bat, looking to get her second hit of the season, but her 3rd RBI.
Yeah, this could be crucial if Elyria can get on the scoreboard here after back-to-back innings, not getting really anything going. Well, 3 in a row, I should say, and then didn't start well here. A couple of strikeouts to start things.
2-0 count. Just outside, 3-0. And Troutman now in the driver's seat here. Typically, you'll see the coach tell him to take the ball here. If it's a strike, you're fine. You're still ahead, 3-1. Or sometimes they give him the green light because you want to see the pitcher try. They'll try and get it down the middle of the pipe. And she does indeed take the pitch, strike 1. Three-one pitch, swing and a miss, full count. So again, Buzzards fought back from down 3-0, fills the count up.
Yeah, big payoff pitch coming right here. Got a speedy runner in Howard out there on second.
Full count pitch, swing and a miss. Got her the chase outside, and she gets out of the inning. 1 run, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. 3-0 Loudonville.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bottom of the order coming up here for Loudonville. Still leading 3-0 after 3.5. First pitch right back to Tackett on the first. Quick first out there for the junior.
That can always help the confidence. Get an early out there. 1 pitch. 1 in the books that time for Peyton Tackett. Best case scenario here for Elyria.
Mackenzie Cutlip struck out in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses on the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. It's 0-2.
Getting ahead of the count now is Peyton, who hasn't had a great year so far. Allowed 47 hits through 4.5 games. And looks like that's going to be another one right there. Finding the empty space is Cutlip.
Just looped it over the second baseman. Cutlip's on with the 6th hit of the game for Loudonville. And brings us back to the top of the order. And Fenton ground out the first in the first. Flew out the center field in the second. Can't get the bunt down. Strike 1.
Kind of a half-hearted reach that time by Olivia.
That's another thing you can see in softball. They're allowed to do that run-up slap, just that they have 1 foot inside the box when they make contact. You're allowed to do that.
It's actually a method that I was putting to use today in cornhole, you know, kind of moving my way over the line as I was releasing the bag. And I think it's pretty effective, Travis, so it inspired me getting ready with my softball prep today in other avenues.
Count even at 1, and hey, whatever you can learn from this great game, Brian, The more the better.
I mean, I went 2-0 on the day, so if it works for softball, it can work for my cornhole.
Just outside on the pitch, 2 balls, 1 strike. When are we going to start live streaming cornhole matches, Brian?
Well, you know, it's a discussion I had. Is that one again kind of the exact same spot for Fenton?
Cutlip's going to try to go to third. Throw there. Got her. Fenton advances to second, but a big second out there. Great relay from the right fielder to get it in as you take a look at the Mohican Adventure replay.
Yeah, it's just a good throw on the money. Aggressive base running, which I don't mind. McKenzie trying to sneak in there and get on third. Will at least advance Fenton to second.
So put that down as a single. Advances on the throw. But even better for Elyria, they get the second out. 1-0 pitch.
Right.
Line down the line. Foul.
Got a nice healthy chunk of that one, though, did Burgess. Saw it well, just a bit ahead of it.
And that's when you come out of the batter's box after a hit like that. You think, man, if I just sat back a little bit more, that's got a chance of going somewhere.
Stay
Ground
back
ball
on that one.
Up the middle. Base hit in the score is Fenton. And it's 4-0 on the Burgess RBI single.
Yeah, how about Karina doing exactly what you said, waiting just that extra half second. Was able to shoot it right in between the shortstop and the second baseman. Big gap up the middle. Clean piece of hitting that time for the run.
Third consecutive inning with a run for the Redbirds. 4-0. As Van Sickle comes up, she's 2 for 2. Runner on first here with 2 out.
This is the Peyton on Peyton matchup here, and seems like Van Sickle, who, as you mentioned, been getting the better half, the better end so far. She's really seeing the ball well out of the pitcher's hand.
Takes that one for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. She had that deep fly ball to left center, nearly took out our cameraman beyond the fence in the first inning. Then the base hit in the third to start that rally off. Takes that outside for ball 2.
8 hits already for the Redbirds here through 3 2/3 inning.
That ball taken inside, 3-1. Hitters count coming up here for Van Sickle. Before this inning, the 1 and 2 hitters 0 for 4. But here in the fourth, both get singles and helps extend the lead to 4-0. That ball just in front of us, fouled off, full count.
Yeah, good-looking pitch that time, snuck in on the hands. Would have been a tough way to try to get that one in play for Peyton Van Sickle. That's why it was popped up right in front of our faces out here in the press box.
And this is the first time we'll see the runner start on the pitch, full count. There she goes, and that's going to be fouled off. But, you know, the great thing when you have a full count with 2 outs and a runner on first, can't get thrown out. It's either going to be a hit, a strikeout, or a walk. So that allows that runner to get a couple extra feet and a full set of speed. If something gets into the gap, you might be able to score from first.
Alleviates the pressure for the base runners like Burgess right now on first.
Full count, 2 out. The pitch. Fouled off again, staying alive.
Van Sickle's been close so far here with a couple of these foul balls. See if she can get that GPS tracker locked in, get the radar in play.
Another foul. And the further you get into an at-bat, you get to your 8th, 9th, 10th, that confidence just goes up a little bit more and it puts more pressure on that pitcher the longer you can get. And even if you do get out, that's a great at-bat, extending that at-bat and taking some energy out of the pitcher. That one lined right down the line. It's fair. 3 for 3 now. Peyton Van Sickle on the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
It was a good job, too, by the left fielder to make sure that Burgess was stuck at second base. She turned the corner, thought about it, but didn't try the arm.
And now the senior comes up. She just hit one off the bottom of the left field wall on the fly in the third inning. We'll see if she can do that again with a couple runners on.
Yeah, Brooke with her updated stats so far through this game, hitting about 500. So every other time she's coming up to the dish right now, she's putting it in the field of play where the defenders aren't.
1-0 pitch. Just caught the corner. We're even at 1-1.
So for Elyria, you know, what a spot here for Peyton Tackett, already trailing 4-0, starting to get late in the game. Gotta get out of here unscathed.
1-1 pitch. Line drive right into the hands of the third baseman, Troutman. And they get out of it with only one run. Your score after 4 innings of play, 4-0 Loudonville over Elyria.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Four innings in the books. Loudonville leading Elyria 4-0. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski, live and free on the first ever softball live stream in North Central Ohio, coming to you exclusively on the OH.Report. And stick around. After this one, we have Amherst Steel and Strasburg Franklin, what should be a great game as Palos beats out the throw for a hit. She's 2 for 2. And maybe something going here for Elyria here in inning number 5.
Yeah, Morgan kind of snuck in there a little bit. I think Brooke was a bit taken back. She thought she got to the ball in time.
Palos came into this one batting 182, 2 for 11. She's 2 for 2 today, though. Alberto takes ball 1.
Peta, as she's known by her teammates, a couple of hits on the season.
Elyria looking for her to get another one to get a rally going here with time running out, and this one fouls it off, evens the count at 1.
Aaliyah has not come through with a ribby yet, though, on the campaign. This would be a huge spot for her to try to shoot something deep into one of these gaps.
2 for 12 so far this early season. Elyria, like almost every team in Ohio, a lot of rainouts.
Yeah, Coach Bashak was saying, you know, they've kind of been stuck inside for the bulk majority of their practices, and when they do get out, don't have the greatest facility to get in some practice there on their campus. So feeling blessed that we had some sunshine in the forecast for this weekend and an opportunity to play against all these great teams, of course. Megan seemed like she was in pretty good spirits, I think, to just be out and, hey, be playing some real softball. Mother Nature's not going to be dictating the plans here this weekend.
I mean, if you could ask for a weekend early on to have perfect weather, it would be this one, the weekend of the Wendy's. That ball inside evens the count at 2. But knock on wood, no percentage chance of rain the next couple of days, so hopefully it stays the same and we're able to get all of our game because we're scheduled to do 8 of the games here on this field. 2-2 pitch. Down the middle, diving catch, but it pops out of her glove, but they're going to get the force at second. That's just a tough play for Palos because it looked like she was going to grab it. She had to come back to first before she got doubled up. Pops out of her glove, and just one of those in-between moments that it's a tough break, and it's going to go down as a force out, not a hit for Alberto.
Yeah, you'd love to see Palos be, get a little bit more of the giddy up, be about halfway to second base there. Fenton almost came up with that catch, so I understand that you want to try to get back to first. You don't want to get it doubled up that way. However, tough break right there, as you mentioned, just maybe a couple of steps behind where you'd like her to be in that situation.
Fenton almost made another web gem catch here in our first game, but still able to get an assist. So that's fouled off, evens the count at 1. Runner on first, 1 out here in the 5th.
And for Natalie Buzzard, looking to stay perfect on the year from the circle. She has been magnificent, folks. Giving up just the 3 hits. Been in total control.
Caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buzzard faced a runner on second with 2 out in the 4th inning and was able to get out of it. We'll see if she can do the same here with a runner on first and 1 out. Ground ball, this may be 2, bobbled. Nobody is going to get out there, and a break on the air by the second baseman.
Yeah, it's going to definitely go down as an E against Goldie Layton because, as you mentioned, that was kind of tailor-made, set up for 2, hit right at her. Just could not make the play. A little bit too much sriracha on that one.
And also she might have been thinking about that flip the second before she actually was able to bring it in, so we'll see if Elyria can finally break onto the board with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Little powwow on the mound for the Redbirds as Van Sickle comes up to calm her pitcher down.
Yeah, key moment right here. Of course, there's just 1 out, so there's opportunity for a rally to try to get something going here if you're Elyria. They have not been able to touch Buzzard yet up to this point, but all you need, Travis, is 1 big inning to get back into a game.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the beauty of this sport.
That's Brian. I'm Travis, and we're here doing softball today. Strike 1 taken by Smalley. She struck out, full count strikeout in the 3rd inning. Buzzard looking to escape this jam unscathed. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. She's ahead 0-2. And there's our fan zone.
What's up, Tracy?
A lot of buzzards.
Buzzards
flying
are,
around.
Yeah, flocking around the
Watching
live stream
Natalie.
today.
Yeah. But continue to comment. Hashtag FanZone on Twitter and just comment on the streams on YouTube and Facebook. We'll have that up all weekend for our 8 streams. Natalie tries to change things up there. A little bit short, though. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big at bat here for Smalley and Elyria. Can they finally break on the board and get a little momentum here in the 5th? 1-2 pitch. Just outside, 2-2.
Hannah, another hitter that has not been able to come through with an RBI so far on the season. So they're going to need her to step up and be clutch here. Can she touch Buzzard?
2-2 pitch. Just foul. She stays alive at 2-2.
That was a nice off-speed pitch that time by Natalie. Keep the batter off balance, and we've seen her nice mix up today with the curve, the screw, the drop, the fastball, the change. She's been showcasing pretty much everything in her arsenal.
Looking down the left field line at the gate, Strasburg Franklin has arrived. Cotter looking inside, corner, strike 3, big second out there for Buzzard.
Wow. That was what you call a filthy pitch, Travis. That one right there, just dirty placement, a lot of movement. Perfect.
Swing and a miss by Tackett. And now Buzzard's ahead. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. That was a huge strikeout for Buzzard. Now she gets a little bit more comfortable. Can she get out of the inning unscathed? Got the swing ahead 0-2. Now Amherst Steel has arrived, so both teams you'll see live and free coming up in our second game of 8 this weekend. We will have all 3 bracket championships as well on Saturday afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Right back at her. Throws the first. She gets out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on. You're watching OH.Report Softball live and free from Ashland.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Bottom 5 here from Ashland, Ohio. Loudonville looking to add on. They lead 4-0. Fly ball, short left field, and makes the catch. 1 down. McClure on the first pitch went swinging, and Palos able to bring it in.
Nice jump that time by the freshman. Had a beat on it all the way. Delivers a quick out here for Elyria.
Goldie Layton now up. She had an RBI single in the 3rd. Rips that down the line, foul.
And I was wondering, we've got a couple of camera guys set up on top of the third base dugout. How often would they get tested so far today? I don't know that they've really had to do too many dance moves.
No, those balls have gone about 10, 15 yards further down, so maybe we do have a good spot. But she's aiming for them. That one's fouled right into the dugout here.
And speaking of aiming for certain objects here in the park, you know, there's a ginormous blow-up Wendy's.
Yes, that Wendy in right field.
Yeah, Wendy's out in right field, and I believe that there's some gift cards available, maybe some free Frosties if you can hit her.
That one stays fair, but she's thrown out. 5-3, second out. Quick 2 outs here for Peyton Tackett in the 5th. Yeah, I believe if you do hit Wendy down the right field line, they get something like a Frosty or a gift card or something like that. But it's one of those fun things you get to do here at the Wendy's Spring Classic.
We also have a bounty on our camera guy, Hayden Gray, out in left center. If you hit him, OH.Report merch coming your way.
Get some swag. 1-0 pitch taken for a ball. 2-0. To the pitcher Buzzard. Reached via error in the 2nd. There's Hayden. Flew out to left.
So if any of the players are going to be playing this weekend, if you're watching,
fly ball.
Hayden's got a target.
Over the head of the center fielder. And she's going to get into second base, and that son's just been playing with these outfielders today, and because it didn't hit the glove, that's a double.
I think that's the second time we've seen Jada Gonzalez just mismanage where she needed to be with the glove. And you're right, the sun seems to be playing a big role in that, as it did on that last one, where it just went over the top of her glove.
Alicia Felix back in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher. First pitch, low, ball 1. I guess one good thing you can get out of this for Tackett is there's 2 outs. You just need to get the 3rd out. No harm, no foul on that. That was the 10th hit of the day for Loudonville.
Yeah, can you tell that their head coach has got a barn set up where they can hit year-round?
That's great. I wish back when I played played high school baseball, we had somewhere we could go. We couldn't because we took batting practice in the gym and basketball practiced up until, we were eliminated from contention, and then, you got into baseball. And then towards the end of the year, you have your spring musical, so they have to take everything down. So you didn't have a lot of time in the cage. It would have been great to have something like what these kids do now.
Yeah, Serena doing a great job. 9th season now as the head coach of the Redbirds. 2003 Clearfork graduate. Went to Akron to play softball and didn't end up getting on the field, but a wealth of knowledge. And as we mentioned, she's got the facilities just right in her own backyard, quite literally, for the girls to get out there, getting some hits, even when it's negative degrees or snow on the ground or whatever.
Full count now to Klein, but also we see that Hillsdale team we'll see tomorrow has something like that. Swing and a miss by Klein, though, and we'll have to continue this conversation on the other end of this commercial. We played 4-0 Loudonville, live and free on the OH.Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Top of the order for Elyria as we begin inning number 6. And I'm going to ask you this, Brian.
Yeah.
You always say the fourth quarter is money time for you.
Sure.
Do you wait until the 7th inning to call it money time or the 6th inning? Because you're down 4 runs. You might want to get started right now. So do we call the second half, like the last end of the game, money time, or do we wait till the 7th?
Yeah, I think that's a worthy question. I'm going to entertain it, and we're going to stick with just the 7th inning truly as money time because it's untimed in this game, baby. So it could be 35 batters. It could be 3. You never know. That's the beauty of this game here. And nice quick out for the pitcher, Buzzard.
Buzzard able to corral that one, take her time, make the throw, and get Gonzalez out by a step, 1 away. Maya St. Peter will now step in 0 for 2. Popped up to first in the first. Struck out looking in the 4th. Elyria did have something going in the 5th inning, but a tough play. Almost made a diving catch out there. Was Fenton. Dropped it, but was able to get the force out because that runner on first, it just caught in between. And it really killed the rally that Elyria had because they reached on an error and had another hit there in the inning. Count even at 1 here. But as I was saying in the other half of the inning, Hillsdale also has, around here they have a barn, as you would say, that some other teams also come in. Is that ball taken for strike number 2? 1-2 count.
Well, if you're going to play at a highly competitive level in the state of Ohio, you have to have an indoor facility where you can still get in work because, as we've seen here, Travis, Mother Nature typically not very cooperative here during the spring months, as that's 2 up, 2 down, and another nice start to the inning for Buzzard and company.
That time, Layton was able to see the ball into the glove and throw out the runner for her first assist of the game. Only the second time she's seen any action here today. Typically, you'll see a little bit more from the second baseman, but just the way Buzzard's been pitching. Currently throwing a 3-hitter here with 2 out in the 6th.
Jayla Howard up, though, the vocal leader. According to their coach, the most clutch hitter on the team. Huge spot right here. Of course, you'd love to get someone on base. That's the only way you can get the rally started.
And that pitch that she just throws, it looks like it's caught outside, but the curve of it goes just across that corner of the plate that the umpire sees. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looking for her 4th 1-2-3 inning. If she can get one more strike here. Only her 10th pitch of the inning. Outside evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, it took a lot off of that one, just challenging a little bit Jayla's mental fortitude, if you will, see if she could get her to chase and exercising a little bit of patience that time did Howard.
The pitch. Got her on the inside corner, strike 3. And again, another 1-2-3 inning for Natalie Buzzard. We played 5.5. 4-0 Loudonville, live and free on the OH.Report.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Bottom of the 6th underway here from Ashland. Cutlip, the 9 batter, takes strike 1. That's going to be fouled. Nice effort there by Smalley, but drops just in front of the dugout. It's going to be an 0-2 count. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski, the first ever softball live stream on the OH.Report and in North Central Ohio. As you see from center field. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. 4-0 Loudonville on the Simonson Construction Services scoreboard, and they're looking to get more line drive, but it's caught. Nice play out there in center field as Gonzalez tracks that one down for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Jada's been confused by a couple today. That one had a little bit more pace on it. She was able to get a good visual on the ball and suck that baby in.
Olivia Fenton now with her 4th at-bat of the day. She is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. Takes strike 1. Swing and a miss. Quickly ahead, 0-2 for the second consecutive batter is Peyton Tackett. Can she get a shutdown inning to get her team into the 7th? Just outside.
And a grin that time from Peyton. She thought it was a pretty good pitch. Maybe just missed by a couple of fractions of some inches.
1-2 pitch. A little bit further outside, evens things up at 2.
Good action, though, on that pitch, though. She's getting some nice movement, just missing her spot.
2-2 pitch. Line to short. Bobbled for a second, and that's going to be, she's going to reach.
Well struck right at the shortstop and just not played very well by Jayla Howard. Had an opportunity. Let's get another punch out for out number 2.
The 3rd error on Elyria. Line drive, base hit up the middle. 2 on now for Loudonville with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Peyton Van Sickle, the hottest player on the field today. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, and a run scored.
Yeah,
perfect player to have up.
What a 1-2 punch they have here with Burgess, who's hitting over 500 on the season, followed up by Brooke, who you mentioned. She has been sizzling here today.
Van Sickle. And then you're right, yeah. And then you have Brooke behind Van Sickle, so you can't really pitch around her to load the bases because you got the big bopper coming up. Great position here offensively for Loudonville. No balls, 1 strike pitch. popped up. That's an infield fly rule, so no matter what happens, the batter is out. And I think they're going to call interference.
Yeah, that was just a bit of a strange play all the way around, of course.
That's going to be the third out, yeah. Interference, you're not allowed to run into a fielder while they're trying to catch it. So not only do you have the infield fly rule for an out, but then that runner on second is out, and that's how the inning will end. So for a second, Loudonville had something going, but Elyria gets out of it. They need 4 to extend this one. We go to the 7th.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Top of the 7th coming up here. Loudonville 3 outs away from advancing to the bracket semifinal.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning, number 15.
Heart of the order, though, coming up for Elyria as they try to at least force a bottom of the 7th. They will need 4 runs to do so. Troutman, Palos, Alberto due up here against Buzzard, working on a 3-hitter. Make sure you stay tuned after the game for our MVP. So that ball's fouled off. Who do you think, Brian? Buzzard so far? Van Sickle?
I mean, if I'm the one who gets the pick here, I think Natalie Buzzard's been the most impressive individual player out there. She's had great control. I think she's put the ball pretty much anywhere that she's wanted to so far. She got herself in trouble once, was able to pitch out of trouble. So Natalie so far with those 3 hits, if she can maintain and put this one away, she's my vote for MVP. But we want to hear from you, the fans. Let us know. Drop us a comment out there, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Always love hearing who you feel is the most valuable player of the game, and that player will join me for an interview right after the conclusion of this contest.
1-2. Pitch coming up here for Buzzard. Looking to get out number 1 of this 7th inning. In the dirt, 2-2.
And the winner of this game, as you mentioned, will be advancing to the semifinals, where they will await the winner between Mansfield-Madison and Worcester Triway. 2 top teams. Madison, of course, a D2 power, made it to the Elite 8 last year. And Triway, state runner-up from a season ago. What a stretch right there.
Great play there by the shortstop, McClure, to throw out the runner. But both teams also defeated by Keystone, who won the state championship. They also are in this tournament this week. Well, this weekend, I should say. But, yeah, both teams eliminated by Keystone, nationally ranked last year as well.
Yeah, Keystone's going to be in the black bracket. We'll get an opportunity to see them on Friday for the first time in this tourney.
Palos takes ball 1. She's 2 for 2 today. 2 singles.
Just so many great matchups when you start looking down the list at what we're going to get the opportunity to see tonight and tomorrow. Is
she's 3 for 3.
Yeah, nice little one hopper into the right fielder's glove. That was a nice piece of hitting by Morgan.
Absolutely. Goes opposite field, gets the hit. But the game coming up next, I am really looking forward to. 2 teams that can have some offensive power. Strasburg, Franklin, and Amherst Steel. 2 state powers as well. Strasburg, Franklin, D4, Amherst Steel, and D1. But should be a great one we'll have for you live and free after the end of this one. Ball 1 taken there by Alberto.
Amherst, I believe, played in the Windies for the first time last year and went 3-0, won their bracket.
That one fouled off, evens the count at 1. Loudonville up 4-0 here. Scored 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. While Buzzard working on a 4-hitter right now. One pitch. Inside, ball 2. Randall on deck. 0 for 2, but she did reach on an error in the 5th inning. Trying to at least get this to the top of the order, give them a chance. Right back to Buzzard. To short for 2. Throws it away, but runner won't advance. They do get the second out on the fielder's choice. And Buzzard and company 1 out away from the victory.
Not easy to turn a double play in softball. The infield, of course, so short. But McClure didn't really give him much of a chance with the throw. Did a nice job making the catch. Just part number 2 of that play. A couple feet off target.
2 away. Loudonville 1 out away from going 1-0. Fly ball right field. Caught, and that'll do it. Loudonville behind a stellar effort from Natalie Buzzard. Knocks off Division I Elyria 4-0. We're going to take a break, and I believe Ryan's going to go down and talk to our MVP. We'll have that after this break. You're watching high school softball live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
OH.Report MVP, Natalie Buzzard, the winning pitcher here today, the sophomore, really throwing a gem, giving up just 4 hits, 8 Ks, no walks, in a victorious effort. Division 4 team, a little bit of a smaller school out in a rural area, taking on a D1 team from a big city. How did it feel just getting that matchup, the small school against the big school?
It was really exciting to win and beat them. And, yeah.
So tell me about your stuff today. Your coach was telling me before the contest you got a big variety of pitches. What all were you throwing at the Pioneers this afternoon?
I was throwing a changeup, curve, and screw. And not really my fastball, mostly just the curve and screw.
And describe to me just how good a command you had, because it felt like you were doing a nice job with placement and really working it all around the strike zone.
Yeah, it was really good. My favorite pitch is throwing the screwball, and just striking people out with it is really fun.
This is a prestigious event. Of course, you're going to play against some of the best schools from all around the state. So just to be included in this, be a part of it, now moving on to the semifinals, probably a pretty cool experience so far.
Yeah, it's really exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking. Just being kind of the underdog, but also not. We come in here knowing we can beat everyone and work our hardest.
Just getting nice weather, sunshine out here, no rain in the forecast. I mean, that probably has to be a victory in itself, given what we've gone through at least like the last week and a half.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we had a decent viewing audience going on out today, and this was our first ever live softball broadcast. So if there's anybody watching that you would like to give a shout out to out there in Redbird Nation or beyond, now's your time.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and just my team in general.
All right, Natalie Buzzard, our OH.Report MVP, for putting on a big performance. We've got a magnet for you. Congratulations on a great, great effort today.
Thank you.
All right, that's our MVP. We'll throw it back up to Travis here in a sec.
Thank you, Brian Skowronski. We wrap things up here from Brookside Park in Ashland. Final score one more time, 4-0 in favor of Loudonville. They will go on to the semifinal and take on either Madison or Tri-Way. First inning, 1 hit by the Redbirds. They had 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. As for Elyria, the first 3 innings, really nothing doing. Couple hits, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. They had a chance to get on the board in the fifth, but some bad luck got them out of that as Loudonville will move on. Elyria also moves on in the losers bracket to take on the loser of Madison and Tri-Way. That game will be live and free tomorrow at noon between Madison and Tri-Way. That'll wrap things up here from our first ever softball live stream. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible today. Jory Hollenbach, Storm Blunchley, Hayden Gray on cameras, Adam Thompson, switching, doing everything. Simon Construction, our scoreboard sponsor. Mohican Adventures, our replay sponsor. Adina Corporation, our MVP sponsor. And all of our commercial sponsors. But that'll do it for here. Your final one more time, 4-0 in favor of Loudonville. We'll see you in a little bit for the next game.